The Cougars, and BYU has the first possession of this West Coast Conference Championship game.
One of the things that Seth Greenberg was saying in the studio was, hey, good offense leads you to good defense. And a big part of that tonight is valuing the basketball. 21 turnovers last night for BYU. They cannot afford to do that. They need a lot of that from Matt Harms tonight.
A big game from him would go a long way. The few moments where Gonzaga has, I mean, it's hard to even say struggled this year, but size at times can at least bother the Zags, and we know Matt Harms has size.
You want to play fast, you want to play with tempo, but you want to be deliberate and sure with your passes if you're BYU.
Yeah, you already referenced the turnovers. They were so sloppy with the ball last night, got away with it in an overtime win. They will not get away with that tonight. Shot clock winding down. Brandon Averett dribbling into traffic. Can he get a shot up? Well, he got one up there, but he hit nothing.
Program. Just so impressed with his demeanor, his approach, his connectivity with his players.
Player development. So many guys have gotten better under Mark Pope. Mark Few's already in a defensive stance. At least he was over on the sideline. This game means a lot to Coach Few.
Number one since the start of the season. Have navigated their way through the pandemic, remaining undefeated.
Kispert
BYU in Spokane. Remember, they took that game on 48-hour notice. They were supposed to play Pepperdine and USD, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're all up in Spokane calling a game. But Gideon George was aggressive and assertive in that.
Good recovery by BYU. Now Suggs on Harms, shoots over top, air ball. Ayayi right there and missed the putback.
I would have liked to see Jalen Suggs attack Matt Harms off the bounce. That's where your advantage is going to be your speed, not shooting over the length.
Freshman Caleb Lohner has been a big reason why BYU's gotten better as the season's gone on. He does have that range, missed the three. Suggs passed up the three.
Went them out of transition naturally. You're able to get back, they got to take the ball out of bounds, and then they're trying to attack you.
Because no team in the country scores faster, more beautifully in transition than Gonzaga. Suggs, I think he got run into, but I guess he's okay because he's on the move here, got fouled by Barcelo. Teams have gotten beat up in this tournament, haven't they? Saturday night we saw some gruesome stuff, blood spurting all over the court. Last night there were bodies flying everywhere.
Why do you keep bringing that up? Why do you keep bringing up Markinson's shin?
It's my lasting memory so far of this WCC tournament. I've never seen so much blood on a court.
That's more
close.
Okay,
Joel
just making
sure. Who had a great tournament last year. He was the WCC tournament MVP last year. Hit the three to put.
Given night, it could be a different player. They literally have 4 to 5 guys. In this lineup, there's 4 guys on the floor that can score 20 points. I know Anton Watson has done it, but I'm not going to put him in that category.
I think that's fair. Anton Watson's a good role player for this team. He's harassing Richard Hogood. Gonzaga gets a point off that brilliant pass. Averett went baseline. Here's Nell. Well, BYU has come to play tonight. And if you're tuning in thinking, well, is this going to be another Gonzaga blowout? And BYU looking like they're not going to let that happen. Jalen Suggs from way outside.
But I am just so impressed with Mark Pope's team right now. The ball movement that we've seen the last couple of possessions. I want to go back.
Alfonso were making before the game. You got to run good offense to keep Gonzaga, but that one falls down.
Attack in the middle of the paint. Attack the middle of the paint. That logo area has been very effective for teams if you're able to get there. When you have shooters, you can space the floor, find a seam and attack.
Great pass, Suggs to a yacht.
His court vision and awareness is elite. It's different.
But we don't see that happen very often. Alex Barcelo answered on the BYU, and Cougars just continue to score. They're at 37. There's Suggs right back at BYU. And he just shot it right through. Another made bucket for BYU. That's 7 field goals in a row made. Ayayi three. Good.
Can you imagine what that building would be like, Dave?
Oh, boy.
If the fans were there, if the BYU Rock and the Kennel were all there in attendance. I mean, that place is rocking usually, but this one, with the way this game has started, man, it would be buzzing. It would be electric right now.
It has the feel of one of those games where this time of year, champ week, tournament time, all your friends start texting, calling, you watching this game, the buzz in the actual arena. Barcelo, wow, go figure, that's the shot that ends the streak for BYU, and nobody stops Jalen Suggs. He just goes all the way to get to the free throw line in the blink of an eye.
Dave, to your point, we've been in this arena so many times covering these games, and I couldn't help but watch the players as they were warming up and we were preparing from our locations. You're in San Francisco, I'm in Connecticut. And watching these teams warm up, how different the feel of that arena is and how they're trying to ignite energy for themselves. And they have to turn the key even for a champ week. I mean, this is the reality. That's the arena right before the game. There's nobody there. You have to self-ignite yourself, whether it's BYU or Gonzaga. How do you start your engine? Can you imagine that place split 50-50 with these two great fan bases? How loud it would be. We've been there when they take the floor, and you can't even hear. And it's a perfect venue for this conference tournament, the Orleans Arena. And these
long rebound, though, Gideon George there to get the loose ball. Nell will pull the trigger on the three. It was perfect right out of his hands. You could tell it was going down. Man, has he had a good first half.
He has been outstanding here in the first half, Dave. He's got 15 points, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, and the quality of shot in which he's gotten, they've been clean looks. They've been far too clean, and you have to have awareness here. George stops. There's a close out there, but it's late, and there's a lot of space. And Devin Nell is feeling it right now.
So he'll come out 15 first half points for him.
He only had 5 points versus Pepperdine in the entire game, including overtime.
BYU, I mean, as impressive as that win was, they survived a buzzer beater from Colby Ross to get that game to overtime. BYU looks like a totally different team tonight. Suggs earns the second free throw.
Their best basketball season, Dave, has been right now in the last month. It really has been. And just as it was.
As we start the second half, the lead is 10. Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the locker room for the Zags just to feel? I mean, they have not been in this position in a long, long time, just to feel what it was like with this group of Zags players who have played so brilliantly all season long. Barcelo, Suggs was on top of him. George, three. Too strong. Lohner, though, went high for the offensive rebound. Harms, is he going to take it? Yes. Is he going to make it? No. Jalen Suggs all the way right into the 7-footer and then lost the ball, saved it to Kispert, three, good from the corner. Holds up over the full course of the game, but Gonzaga just destroys teams typically in the paint. And it's not all just low block moves from Drew Timme. They score in the paint with their guards, with their big men, with everybody. Suggs got cut off there. That was pretty good defense. A lot of blowout wins for Gonzaga this year, even against their very best opponent. Suggs draws the foul. They have not played a lot of close games. Maybe, in a way, this is going to be good for Gonzaga to get tested the way the BYU is testing them. But you know that the Zags players want to keep that undefeated record intact.
And they try to avoid talking about it, and they try to push it off. But now it's very real. I mean, look, if they lose this game, they'll still be a 1 seed. They may not be the number 1 overall seed, though, in the NCAA tournament. It changes your path a little bit.
Race, Gonzaga has a chance to take the lead here.
Gideon George's numbers don't jump off the page from the first half, but he was vital in their success defensively.
See if BYU can take advantage of it. Averett kicked it out to George. No. Suggs passed up the three. He'll take it this time. He sorted out.
I want to see how this plays out now.
Well, me too, because in those first couple minutes of the second half, I thought, well, here come the Zags, and they're just going to blow the door. BYU, it hasn't been as pretty, but they are definitely hanging around. Averett passed up the three. Shot clock winding down. Brandon Averett against the big man. Got to get a shot off. Nell does. No good. Rebound Timme. Jalen Suggs. Shot rejected by Harms, the defensive player of the year in the conference just swatted that one away.
The defensive transition, though, was outstanding on this possession. Watch, first help side defensive player picks up, steps the ball in transition. Second one's rotate.
2 of 6 at the free throw line. He missed them both. The lead is still 6. Barcelo, nifty little move, but then couldn't finish with the jump. Just maybe we could have a major upset tonight. We're under 9 minutes to go. Nembhard hit through traffic, almost lost it. Spencer Johnson playing pretty good defense. Nembhard found. Here's Barcelo, gave it up. Trying to get it into Harward. Instead, George cut off by Kispert. Shot clock at 5. Nell, 3. No. Rebound, Timmy swallowed it up.
But look at the defensive transition getting back for BYU.
Yep.
And we haven't seen a lot of those easy runouts, pass, layup.
Suggs, 3. The freshman.
The floor. Can they get enough stops? Can you sustain and get 3 stops and more? And can do that UNLV team that you mentioned, the Duke team in 91-92, and then that Kentucky team in 2014 and 2015 in the last 43 years of college basketball.
I mean, literally, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of this sport. History on the line tonight. Johnson, 3. Here comes Suggs with the great outlet pass.
Back like Jalen Suggs, you find it, you drop it in on a dime.
That pass, Suggs somehow got a hand on it. Man, is he quick on the defensive end. The first time the Zags have led since it was 13-11, 69-68 with under 7 minutes to go.
Unbelievable. The Zags has made a run, though. BYU has responded. Now they finally have relinquished the lead. How does BYU respond?
See if they can do it again. Timmy helped out. Harms went to the basket and they found him, but he missed the layup. Matt Harms has missed a couple of those in this game. Suggs, 3. Rebound, loose. Pressure's been effective. BYU's just not been in rhythm. It hasn't forced a lot of turnovers. Nell, who's been so good, now has 4 personal fouls. Stays on the floor.
Different level of intensity at the defensive end of the floor here in the second half, though, Dave.
Totally different, and Suggs swats it away. Man, more great defense from Jalen Suggs, who I thought, Sean, had an argument to be the defensive player of the year in the conference.
Yeah, so good with his hands, so quick with its jumping, passing lanes, or that time elevating up with the block.
Alex Barcelo, the leader of this BYU, scores to tie it again.
This is sensational. At BYU, their ability to find the answer.
Suggs, who's got that. They've played great. Harms down low against Timmy. Double team came, gave it up. Barcelo hounded by Iai. Harms flipped it up, no good. What a defensive possession for the Zags.
I like the way they scrambled there. They showed, they helped, they pinched, recovered, got back to their guy, forced a late shot clock contested jumper from 8 or 9 feet out.
The team that loves to play a million miles an hour, content at least this time down the court to play a little half-court basketball. Nembhard weaving his way through. Picked up that dribble, though. Suggs, 3. Another one for Jalen Suggs.
How about? Look at the on-ball defense, Dave.
Just hounding Barcelo. He found a way to get it to Harms. Missed another one from short range. 6-point lead. Under 2 minutes to go. And guess who's got the ball? It's Jalen Suggs.
He's got 20 points tonight. A sensational showing by the freshman. I go right back to him.
They're just moments where he looks different than all the great players out there on the court, and there are moments where he's just different. Here he is. Behind the back dribble for 3. Yes!
Stop it, Dave. Are you kidding me? The will of Jalen Suggs.
Barcelo, BYU needs that one. They need something. Nell, will he try one? No. Averett's going to go to the bucket, miss the layup. Lohner had it knocked away. Zags come away with the ball. And
what
through
a second half.
All the adversity it has been for Suggs and for Gonzaga as a team. Through all of it tonight, here they are in position for another championship in the WCC. The Zags look like they're going to hang on.
And Dave, the question mark was this: how would Gonzaga respond? Trailing by double digits. People texting you and me, oh my gosh, they're overrated. They're not going to be the number one team in the country anymore. How do they respond? They respond with outstanding leadership. It starts with Corey Kispert, and it bleeds over to one of the most talented freshmen in all of college basketball. What makes this team different this year is a player like Jalen Suggs. He has take-over-the-game abilities, and he has shown that in the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, he's special. He missed both free throws, though. Those are big. BYU's chances are still very slim, but he missed 2 in a row at the line. BYU's got to get a shot off, and they got to get it quickly. Barcelo 3. Players the Zags have had over the years, and they've had a lot of them. Kispert with the catch. BYU, see who they foul. They tried to foul Nembhard. They still didn't get the foul down, and Suggs found Timmy for the dunk.